their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth. And here we go on fourth. Darnold. And that is going to be incomplete. They're turned away on fourth and goal. And on the opening drive of the ball game, the defense comes up with a goal line stand.
You ain't going nowhere.
The first carry now. This is Hill. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Here's the Jets punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. It's fielded at the 45. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And the Patriots will have great starting position as they take over 1st and 10. An update from Buffalo. The Bills have taken the early lead. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses.
Mike 7. Focus, defense, focus.
The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. He'll get this up to the 34, and a good lane opening up right away for it. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Darnold on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Mike is 59.
2nd down and 10, Darnold. He finds his man Johnson. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Here's Darnold. Steps away to his left. And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. No score after one on EA Sports. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
But when it all comes together and you get the field goal block that's been designed, that's been drawn up, everyone has to feel good about on that side of the ball. How about that one there? To the left side, knew what they had. That's where they wanted to be, and they got their designated guy turned free.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a two-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. 2nd and 4. They set up the screen to Hill. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Now, that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there because trying is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the 1st down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
They'll set up to throw. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. His first catch, good for 8 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Get ready. Get ready.
He'll look to throw. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And he gets this deep into Patriot territory. A huge play there on the screen pass. 52 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Brandon, if I wanted to run the football this close to the goal line, I think I just turn around and hand it to my tailback. Too many things could go wrong in this situation. I think they're fortunate just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Mike 57. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
2nd and 9 now. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A 9-yard touchdown grab as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. What a great weapon. So often, such a big mismatch.
And there's no route he can't run. You name it, he's going to do it, and he's a matchup nightmare for the defense. No matter who they put on him, he's going to win the battle.
McManus's point after is good, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. The run there on first down, going to get them 5 up to the 30. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Back to throw, Darnold. He's got his man on the crossing route. 7 yards there and a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Darnold looking for his running back, and he's got him. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Here's Darnold. Johnson's got it complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 39.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
No room to be had there on the first down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Sacked by Yannick Ngakoue, the former Maryland Terp. Third and long, it's Darnold. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
2nd and 3. And he's got the hook up to Moore. 30, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. 79 yards. And the Jets get the quick strike touchdown. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Let's make these babies cry on the way back. Check 4, check 8.
They'll try and run for it with Peyton. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Darnold now to throw. Going for the deep ball. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by DJ Reed. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. They got his man complete. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Now McManus will line up for the field goal. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So the late turnover, that turns into 3 points.
Yeah, they were able to capitalize and get the 3 that you just mentioned on the other side of the field, kicking themselves. You think they'll be talking about ball security in the locker room?
Yeah, I don't think there's any question. That'll be the first talking point. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. A final shot before the break. Darnold He gets this one to Johnson. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll go with Hill here on first down. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Catch made here by Campbell. Breaks the tackle, he's got room to run. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down.
Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a 3-step drop, but when it's not there, what do? He elects to try and escape through the massive bodies up the middle, and he does so and picks up positive yardage.
Got it! 55's the mic! Check! 50! It's free! It's right here! Tackle! Go! Check! Mike!
Here's a 2nd and 7. It's Hill, complete. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jets will extend their lead. McManus now for the extra point. And the lead is now 24. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Being chased out left. He's going to take off with it. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Motion. Hey, check motion man. Hey, Charlie. Get hands on motion man. 7's a mic.
Now Darnold. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores, that situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
He'll look to throw. And he's got his target. That's more. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times.
And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. He is proving his worth defensively, getting the sack here. That comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned what he did the previous week to be named AFC Defensive Player of the Week, continuing to play at that level. And when you get that kind of confidence going, those kind of guys are hard to stop.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play. And they're going to be staring at a third and long here. They'll set up a throw. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. And they can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Elsewhere, second half is underway up in Orchard Park. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Here's Dillon. 20. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Patriots get a score closer. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rushing game, almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, it's Hill. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Well, this O-line's been great. They've got the big lead, so give them a pass there, I guess.
Yeah, I would think so, because if we were grading them on their performance in this game, a lot of pluses in their boxes so far.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some.
Following the penalty, it's Hill. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Jet football as they've got the lead here, and we get set to begin quarter number 4. Looking to throw to the right side, and he's got more complete. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make...
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Running it here with Peyton. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Dillon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. He's going to take a shot for the... Got a man, it's Johnson, end zone. Touchdown, New England. As his guys are in for 6. And the Pats take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Aldrich Rosas on for the extra point. And it is good. That cuts the lead now to 11, 24, 13 our score.
Patriots 13.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line.
First and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Switch. Sponge. No.
Hill. He's got a first down past the 30. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. 84 yards. And the Jets will extend their lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. And it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Well, not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again. And you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo. Didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Johnson the intended target, and it's third down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Here's Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
He's telling the right. 4 down. Check.
They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Yannick Ngakoue. And now, goodness, possession's going to go over right at the 10-yard line.
Set, ready. Rip left.
Now a first down carry. It's Hill. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there. His third touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year. And the Jets will extend their lead. Now, you don't see option pitches a whole lot in the NFL, but there worked out pretty well, resulted in a touchdown.
And it's hard for defenses because they don't see it very often, so the time in preparing each week is probably minimal. So when it comes at them, it's often a surprise. And what a nice job on the read. Pitch to the running back, and he takes it all the way in for a touchdown.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. To throw again on second down. Darnold. He finds his man Johnson. 70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a first down. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And the catch made by Johnson. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. To throw is Darnold. Complete. It's Johnson. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 4 yards the pickup, first down. A first down throw, Darnold. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by DJ Reed. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
No, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories. But, you know, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that, you know, a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL, in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now was dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right? As the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You've got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously, that begs the question, what game was it?
That was Seattle hosting Los Angeles, the Rams.
Yeah.
Their second meeting of the season, and the Rams turned it around from their first one and blew out the Seahawks.
Going again on the ground here with Hill. And some room to maneuver. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11. At the Patriots' 48-yard line.
Watch the run. They're running it.
So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better, and that got it done in this one.
So for the Jets, they close out this first half at a very solid 6-2, and they'll get to stay home again. Meanwhile, for New England,